if I told you that Brexit is giving expats, immigrants, herpes, you'd sound bonkers, wouldn't you? Yeah, but how about, shingles? Brexit gave me shingles. Yeah. Yes, Brexit gave me shingles, says an expat who spent a fortune moving to France, and now they can't get their son over. Yeah. They're a bit confused because they've got this thing about calling themselves expats. I hate that word because I don't think it's a real word. No, it's made up so you feel better about yourself. So you're not associated with immigrants, like the illegals. Ooh, well, that's my feeling anyway. You can put your feelings down below in the comments if you like. And did Brexit give you shingles? Well, the question I would like to ask is, what benefit has anybody in the UK who voted for Brexit seen? Asks Clare Emblin, who lives in her £260,000 French farmhouse. Yeah, I live in a French farmhouse too. Yeah, I had to do a lot of work though, that I did. So, there she is. Yeah, she looks very upset and angry. I guess probably we're looking in the mirror. Maybe that's what gives her shingles. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I have the same problem, you see. Every time I look in the mirror, it gives me shingles. Oh, my God, what's that? Yeah. So a British farmhouse owner who made it to France before the 2020 Brexit deadline by the skin of her teeth. Well, she got shingles from the stress as things changed. Beyond words, she says, after the UK quit the EU. Well, let's be fair. In France, the bureaucracy, it can be quite tough, to be fair. Well, Clare Emblin, 63, originally from Tunbridge Wells in Kent, said that she and her husband, Malcolm, 68, actually arrived in France with 5 dogs at 7:30 on the New Year's Eve. She did, yeah, after which Britons could no longer move freely in the EU. Oh, well, Brexit started affecting them as soon as June 2016 referendum took place, as the sale of her house in the UK fell through after buyers became, a bit jittery amid widespread uncertainty over its implications. Obviously the pound had crashed, didn't it? Well, she reckons she's a staunch Remainer, so good on you. Just stop calling yourself a flippin' expat. Well, the Emblins, that's their name, already had a property in Brittany, but were looking to sell that on top of their UK property to buy a bigger house in France. So it ticked every box. It was perfect, they said. Perfect. Yeah. Well, at the same time, the couple were forced to withdraw their offer on the property in La Pessie, Nouvelle-Aquitaine. I'm in a Nouvelle-Aquitaine, yeah. As its price skyrocketed by €9,000 overnight. It didn't skyrocket, it was just the exchange rate. Let's be honest there. Yeah, the house prices didn't just suddenly go up. The value of the pound just suddenly plummeted. Well, fast forward to November 2020, and an out-of-the-blue offer was made on their UK home, which allowed them to relocate to Brittany. But the resettlement process was deeply stressful, says Mrs. Emblin, because the rules had changed beyond words. Now, once the implications of Brexit started to bite, it was pretty grim. So I went down with, a really bad bout of shingles. It's Brexit's fault. Now, I like to blame Brexit for every flipping thing. I was about to swear then, but quite frankly, shingles? Anyway, she got shingles. So, that was just before we moved. And it was, she says it's just the stress of it all she told the Eye, which is the paper we're reading at the moment. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Well, Mrs. Emblin said that transferring her 5 horses, who were too old for anyone to buy, was expensive and exhausting. And the paperwork was off the scale. Oh, yes. Post-Brexit most definitely would be. Well, the mother of the 2 and the former horse rider said, adding that each animal needed 10 to 12 double-sided documents. Yeah, your hoofs have got to be clean as well, because phytosanitary, you see, as well. Anyway, written in both English and French, along with 105 stamps on each set of papers. Dun, 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 dun. 105! Yeah, and again. So the transfer cost, went from pre-Brexit estimate of around £650 a horse to £3,250 in total. That's more than the £12,500 it cost them to move all their belongings from the UK. Well, they had to have this test and that test. All the horses have to carry passports now. Well, it will be biometric soon. Oh, they had the fingerprints taken. Well, mine had too. Also, and they're complicated things. So she said that the Calais had not been geared up. No, and nor is Dover. It will be, because it's going to have to be. For the customer charges, horses were now subject to, meaning that they could only process around 25 horses a day. Now, they were held on the lorry for 3 hours in the heat. Ooh, that's not good. Added Mrs. Emblin, who was no airflow, is it? When you start moving, you've got airflow. There's no airflow. And has since moved to an idyllic €300,000 farmhouse in Indre, central France, where she looks after the animals and rents out self-catering luxury jeeps. Now, Mrs. Emblin, a keen gardener like me, also had to give up her beloved plants before moving to France. I had to give them all away, she said. It's not really a big deal, then, is it? You can grow more plants. It's part of the fun of it all. Now, it's about all her bulbs, and I had trees, she says. I wasn't allowed to bring them in case they were contaminated, phytosanitary, contaminated, because they don't carry passports. No. That's just silly. They just come out of my garden, she says. Now, she added, the question I would like to ask is if the benefit, as anybody in the UK who voted for Brexit, what benefit they see. No, they see nothing, because there isn't any benefits of Brexit. We know that. Even the Brexiters are coming out the woodwork now, and they're saying there's no benefit of Brexit. It's not the Brexit I voted for, they're saying, Even Nigel Farage is saying, he says, Brexit has failed. No. Mrs. Emblin said that her son, 28, voted by proxy to remain from Spain. He felt so strongly that should he want to work or live abroad, the opportunity now has gone, she said. Britons can now only stay in the EU visa for 90 in every 180 days. Now, if one of my children wanted to come and live with me now, they can't because they're not dependent, she said. For anyone wanting to move to France now, they have to get have some sort of income. I did a video about that earlier, actually. And you have to write a business plan in French, demonstrate that you can earn a certain amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And basically you won't be a burden on any of the French systems. She ain't quite got that right there. That's not actually 100% right there, that isn't. So I don't want to miss... Oh, God, what have I just done? I don't want to... Oh, crikey, now what am I doing? What... Her son would have to get a 12-month long stay visa first. And in that period of time, he can't work. You can't even work for distance work if you're living over 6 months in the country. So he can't work. He's just got to make sure he's got enough money coming in. So he's got to meet the minimum requirement and apply for this 12-month visa. On the 10th month, he'll be able to apply for a carte séjour. And at that point, once he gets carte séjour, he'll be able to... he'll be able to start working. He'll get himself, a serial number, what have you, maybe entrepreneur, or whatever, and get himself working, or a PAYE type job, or work as a business, let's say get your serial number. Either way, he's gonna have to do the 12 months first if you plan on residing. And you can't earn any money. That's the problem. So Brexit started affecting them soon as June 2016 referendum took place, as the sale of the house in the UK fell through because buyers come jittery. And I've jumped too far up. Let's get back down again. Oh my God, I'm near the end, aren't I? There we go. That's the one. So for anyone wanting to move to France now, they have to have some sort of income. I don't... tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think that's accurate. No. You can work, you can do your 90 days and be working. Actually, no, you can't. But you can get a work permit if you do it under the in the 90 days. But you can't if you're doing the 12-month. You're not allowed to work. Well, anyway, so you just can't say, let's move to France now. Not now. You could, but you can't do it now. Nope, that's Brexit for you. It pretty much scabbers people, big time. So anyway, I did do a video about the requirements for moving to France and what you got to do to move to France, and I also put a point in there about work as well. But I'm fairly certain in the first 12 months, if doing while you're applying for the long stay visitor permit, you can't actually visitor stay. So long stay visa. Sorry, you can't actually work. No, you can want to get your carte séjour though. So anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below if I messed up on that one. I probably did, didn't I? Oh well. How many people get to the end anyway? You tell me. Leave that in the comments down below. Anyway, don't forget to boop the old like button because it helps the channel, you know. Yeah. What's happened there? That's silly. Didn't need that either. Oh, my giddy aunt's all gone bad. Never mind. Oh, I know why, because I pressed the wrong button. Don't forget to boop the old like button, even though I just cocked up. But so what? Say la vie. Because I don't edit these videos, they're all done in one hit. So, yeah, one take. Oh, anyway, you want to support the channel? So I get an editor. You do that by Patreon or buy us a coffee. And the link's down below. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so to tell you know, but have a lovely day. Ta-ta. Don't forget, comment.